Business news.
And the Federation of International Basketball Association, FIBA, releases its latest ranking for the sport.
Join us again.
22 airports around the country, an industry that generates billions of naira, connecting millions for business and leisure, will put you through the paces and give you an insider's view on the aviation industry. Watch Aviation This Week only on Channels Television. Aviation This Week, keeping an eye on the aviation industry.
Welcome to Business News. Well, despite no foreign exchange sales at the retail Dutch auction system by the Central Bank of Nigeria, the naira firmed up against the dollar at the interbank on a Thursday. The local unit gained 1 naira 18 kobo, closing at 158 naira 60 kobo per dollar.
Our traders attributed the appreciation to a low demand for the greenback at the market, as well as inflow from oil majors, holiday makers and diaspora Nigerians, which hit the market later than expected. For free education for primary and secondary schools, that's what Governor Tanko Al-Makura of Nasarawa State is proposing in the state's 2014 appropriation bill. Presenting the budget before the State House of Assembly, Governor Al-Makura said the bill, which is estimated at 114.5 billion naira, will focus on critical areas, with education retaining the top spot of 21.8 billion naira.
The Nasarawa State Governor laying a copy of the 2014 budget estimates tagged Budget of Reality before the State House of Assembly. Mr. Al-Makura took members by surprise when he publicly pronounced free education for all in the state.
The total budget size of 114 billion 545 million 424,343 naira only is presented for the 2014 budget. Grant free education from primary to secondary level, as well as award of scholarship for normal children in the state. We also grant.
The Speaker and some members who commended the governor, however, urged him to tread carefully with the pronouncement of free education in the face of dwindling allocation accruing to the state.
While we are already battling with how to pay our bill, as you complain as one of the reasons for the non-implementation of the 2013 appropriation, but it is the good of men, and I want to hope and pray that God the Almighty will guide you.
It's a wide, very big ambition, looking at the situation and the promises and the commitment we made in the first year of his administration to civil servant on payment of minimum wage, which has become a serious epidemic to the state in the civil service.
Of the 114.5 billion naira budget, recurrent expenditures to go up 59.5 billion naira. 54.9 billion naira is for capital projects in the areas of roads, market development, housing, and youth empowerment. The executive says it hopes to improve efficiency in revenue generation and be strict in expenditure control and accountability.
Onto the foreign scene, the northeastern part of the United States has been hit by a major winter storm, with 21 inches of snowfall recorded in a town in Massachusetts. Reports say thousands of flights have been cancelled as heavy snowfall moved eastward from the Midwestern states, forcing the governors of New York and New Jersey to declare a state of emergency.
Well, people have been urged to stay indoors as many schools and businesses remain closed amid warnings that the storm will worsen overnight and into Friday morning. More than 2,200 flights have been cancelled or were cancelled on Thursday, and by the early hours of Friday, that's today, a further 1,000 flights scheduled for later in the day have already been cancelled, according to a website, flightwear.com.
Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has announced that he will not remain in office if his party wins the next election, but rather hand the baton over to a new Prime Minister. He made this known in what was only his third ever press briefing in office, during which he also spoke about the economy and inflation and on the issue of corruption. He's often criticized for lack of information on issues concerning his government. Mr. Singh has been India's Prime Minister for the past decade, heading a coalition government led by the Congress Party. In recent years, the government has faced several corruption charges, and correspondents say public disenchantment with the authorities has been steadily rising.
We're looking at sports stories now. It's looking bright here because in spite of recent poor performances in Nigeria, the country has been rated the second best basketball playing nation in Africa by the sports governing body, FIBA. In the latest ranking released by FIBA, the Tigers are currently trailing African champions Angola, who are #1 team on the continent.
Tunisia moved up to third, while Côte d'Ivoire displaced Senegal to claim the fourth spot. Cameroon retained the fifth position. Egypt, Cape Verde, Central African Republic and Morocco all complete the top 10 best basketball playing countries in Africa. The Nigeria Football Federation, the NFF, has secured the services of Guinean center referee Yakuba Keita to handle tomorrow's potentially explosive international friendly match between Nigeria and Ethiopia at the Abuja National Stadium. 38-year-old Keita will be assisted by compatriots Mustafa Toure and Abdel Rafi. The match has been arranged by the NFF to prepare the Super Eagles team made up of players from the domestic league for the African Nations Championship in South Africa. Nigeria will play host nation South Africa, Mali and Mozambique in Group A of the biennial showpiece. Nigeria's Nations Cup heroes Sunday Mba has sealed a move to French League 2 strugglers Bastia on a free transfer. Mba cancelled his contract with Warri Wolves, which meant Bastia did not have to pay the club for the transfer. The 25-year-old is the club's first signing for the January transfer window. It is believed that the Super Eagles midfielder pocketed a hefty sign-on fee. Spanish giants Barcelona received a boost ahead of Sunday's Primera Division clash with Elche at the Camp Nou, with Argentine star Lionel Messi's return to training. The club confirmed that Messi has returned to training after a month out with a hamstring problem and could return to action soon, though he's yet to be declared fit. The 26-year-old suffered the injury in the 4-1 Primera Division victory over Real Betis on November the 10th, that was last year, and then returns to his native Argentina for treatment. Barcelona topped La Liga on goal difference ahead of Atletico de Madrid and resumed their bid for a second successive Spanish title when they face strugglers Elche at the Camp Nou on Sunday. I wonder how Ronaldo will be feeling now with Messi's return.
Well, I hope that the rivalry between them is not so bad.
It's always interesting to see, though.
Oh, well.
That'll be it on Sports News.
And News Jack at this hour. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Malpe Ogun.
And I'm Ayatunde Balogun. Winning Ways Express is up next.